Despite the outcry, the premier is doubling down on his government's cuts to student grants that critics say will force more families into debt.
You know, the most vulnerable are going to be taken care of. But I don't believe in giving money to a family that's earning $200,000, $250,000 a year. The taxpayers don't believe in it, plain and simple. The people that don't have the money, I'm all for it.
But critics argue OSAP is already means tested. To qualify for the aid, students must prove financial need based on their income, their family's income, and the cost of their program.
You know, I think the premier is showing us all once again that he can't see beyond the silver spoon in his own mouth.
And the premier himself has admitted he has been facing backlash since his government made the announcement last week, cutting student grants from a maximum 85% to 25%, forcing more students and families to take out loans.
At a time when we have an affordability crisis, it's going to make it harder for families. And families sacrifice a lot, many families, so their children can get a higher education.
Let's get him to turn this around. It's not too late.
The NDP launching a campaign and petition to persuade the premier to reverse course. But he argues the changes are more in line with the rest of Canada, and Ontario will still be handing out larger loans than other provinces like BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan.
Well, what we were doing was unsustainable. We're paying for everyone's education.
He's also doubling down on comments urging students to choose courses he says will lead to jobs.
The taxpayers are the ones paying for this. They expect if you're paying for someone's education, they're going to come out and have a job that can stir the economy.
So disrespectful, so disrespectful. I thought that the government couldn't be any more out of touch than they already are, and they proved me wrong.
Tuition will also increase by 2% starting this fall. And by the way, the premier says there are other grants that students can apply to from the federal government and universities and colleges for those who need it most. For City News, I'm Tina Yazdani.